This video is about Eve and Michelle, and it's based on the article from the Globe and Mail. And Eve and Michelle, they're both age 42, they've got 2 children, and they've got a couple questions. They want to retire at age 55, and they want their income after tax to be $80,000 a year, and they're considering purchasing a new home or doing a renovation to their existing $750,000 home, and that renovation would be about $500,000. And they just want to know what the implications would be if they did that. So let's go ahead and take a look. So let's first establish the base plan. Now, where are they today? And we can see their lifestyle expenses. They're about $40,000 a year right here. And then at age 55, when they want to retire, it jumps up to $80,000. And this is because they're self-employed. Right now, the business is paying a lot of their expenses, which is why they're only personally paying about $40,000 a year now, and it'll jump to $80,000. And we can see here, these are their savings, the RSP's tax-free savings account, non-registered. And we see it increasing to 55, and then through retirement it decreases, and we have a gap. And this is a gap that we can probably fill no trouble. Again, we've got the value of the house. If we look at their net worth, we can see the net worth is good in here. Okay, I'll put this in today's dollars. So good net worth. So now let's take a look and see what happens when they do the renovation. So let's do the renovation. We've got that here. The renovation is added, and we can see that we've got a $500,000 renovation in 2013. When we look at their income assets, we can see that they're going to run out of money at about age 65. So they're going to need to look for some solutions to try to fill that gap. Would Eve and Michelle, would they consider selling their house in 2025 when they're 55 years old, selling it, and then downsizing to a new home for about $500,000? If they did that, the implication would be that they would have a gap, a small gap here, about age 85. So that almost gets them through. So they could do the renovation today. But let's look at some other things also. What if Eve and Michelle don't want to sell the house at age 55? What could they do today? Well, could Eve go out and generate new business or new accounts for his business? Maybe hire some juniors. If they did that, maybe Michelle could increase her income, or they could give more money to Michelle, and maybe a $20,000 bonus starting in 2015. Let's see what would happen if we did that. I mean, here we can see the difference. The gray line represents before the pay raise, and this is after the pay raise, but we still have a good-sized gap. What else could they do? Could Eve sell his business at age 55? What if he could get $400,000 for it? Or even if he didn't sell the business, what if he had some juniors working for him and he continued to take a management salary? But let's just assume that they get $400,000 for the business. Then we can see here, now they have a gap from age 85 to 90. So that's a gap that's not too hard to fill. I mean, do either one of them expect to receive an inheritance? That would fill the gap. So plus they still have the value of their home, which is here. And in today's dollars, we can see it here. So that would get them through. So if they do want to do that renovation today, and they're willing to make some changes, they can do it.